What's going on, Jets Nation? Welcome into the Jets Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why the Jets signing Justin Fields got even better after he made some recent comments on why he decided to join the New York Jets. It will have you absolutely fired up and fully bought in to Justin Fields being the new QB1 here in New York. But before we dive into it, we got to show Justin Fields some love on today's show, and he actually decided he'll be wearing number 7 for the New York Jets. First off, that's absolutely chills. I love Justin Fields rocking the number 7 jersey. Hopefully it changes up, his mojo heading into this season, but I think it's going to look great on him. So if you guys want to show Justin Fields some love, type those 7s, type his new jersey number down below in the comments section, and we can dive in to today's show. So, why Jets fans should be feeling even better about the New York Jets signing Justin Fields. Well, Justin Fields recently opened up about why he eventually made his decision to sign with the New York Jets over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Those were the two teams that were trying to, bring him back into their organization. And our Steelers were the team trying to bring him back in the organization. But Justin obviously decided to sign with the New York Jets. And this is what he had to say, saying, I think, number one, Coach Glenn. I've played against him early in my career. I know how passionate he is about the game, the way he coaches, the way his players play. So I think that was the biggest thing for me. And just the opportunity, the fans, of course, the city. When you win here, there's no better place to win. Those are the reasons I ultimately, those reasons are ultimately why I ended up here. Now, I think that's a great kind of sign for Jets fans that Justin Fields is coming out here saying, yeah, the number one reason I signed with the New York Jets is because of the new head coach, Aaron Glenn. And I think that speaks to the respect and how highly valued Aaron Glenn is, not amongst like NFL media members or NFL fans, but specifically among NFL coaches and NFL players. Like Fields, when he was back with the Chicago Bears, went against Aaron Glenn and his defense, and they gave him a very, very hard time. And I'm sure Justin Fields was looking across the field being like, man, they got a hell of a defensive coordinator over there. Their players always play hard for him, and I'm sure he just wanted a taste of that when he was ultimately making his decision on where he wanted to go. But this is probably meaning in the future, especially next year during free agency when the Jets will have a whole lot more money to spend and maybe they're gambling a little more, spending more money. I'm sure these other big-time free agents are like, man, if Aaron Glenn, he was so great with the Lions, if he has a good year with the Jets, I want to go be a part of that organization. So I think this is a great sign of things to come for the Aaron Glenn New York Jets. But he also said this, which I thought was pretty cool, saying, our relationship playing against each other means a lot because of the Detroit, of course. They've had a lot of success the past couple of years, so for him to want me here is definitely an honor, and I'm going to put it all on the line for him and do all I can to help this team be successful. And we already knew this before Fields said this quote, but I think he is truly one of those guys that a locker room can rally behind. And I think, obviously playing the quarterback position, I would probably say 80% of it is on the field, but I think 20% of it is off the field. How are you in team meetings? How are you when the team is going out, going to dinners, going to like Topgolf or whatever, they decide to do to go have fun and really build that chemistry? I'm sure Fields is one of those guys where just his teammates love playing for him because he is a hard worker. And at his core, he is just a great guy. And also a cool note on Justin Fields, he actually deals with epilepsy, so he has seizures a lot, and he's also been very open about how that affected him and affected personally just how he lives his day-to-day life, and just seeing how he tackles that situation, such a unique situation for him. I just think it kind of speaks to the person that he is, and we can talk about on the field all we want with Justin Fields, and we'll dive into that here on the second half of today's show. But just the person he is off the field really can spark a locker room, get a bunch of guys to rally around him being the new QB1. So where do you fall? Do you believe in Justin Fields? Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no. I do believe in Justin Fields. To what extent, we'll find out this next season. But listen, if we looked up at the end of next year and it's like, oh, Justin Fields had a breakout year, Jets won maybe 8, 9, 10 games, like I would not be shocked in the slightest. So if you guys could let me know, do you believe in Justin Fields? Y for yes, N for no. Well, I'll give you guys some reasons to believe in Fields. And obviously, the start of his NFL career has not gone well. But I still believe he has unreal, untapped potential in his game because there's no doubt he is one of the best athletes at the quarterback position in the NFL. Like, I still remember this game when he was with the Chicago Bears playing the Miami Dolphins, and he ran for like 150 yards on the ground. And you know what also I like about Fields? He's improved every year. Like, just the completion percentage, I think, is a great indicator of that. Going from 58.9 in 2021 to 60.4 in 22, 61.4 in 2023. And then this past season with the Pittsburgh Steelers playing some of his best football he has played, a 65.8% completion percentage. Also throwing for 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. But also to speak into the potential, it starts with his dual threat ability. Because he is a guy, if the pocket's breaking down, it's 3rd and 10, and the play is an absolute disaster, he can still go pick it up with his legs. He's got that backyard football kind of style to him where it's like, if you see me in the open field, good luck tackling me. So I think the potential is still there. It's just going to come down to 1, Fields, and 2, this Jets coaching staff, if they can get the most out of him, and hopefully it equates to some wins next season for the Jets. But also number 2, I'm going to put past failures. And you may be saying, Patrick, what does past failures have to do with why you should believe in Fields? Because I think Fields is a fiery competitor. I think he is truly one of those guys. He takes everything personally. He has that kind of Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan mentality where he wants to go be the best everywhere he goes. And the Bears, they let him walk out the door. They turn their franchise over to Caleb Williams. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Fields, he won games for him last year. He was playing good football, and they decided to turn it over to Russell Wilson. So I think him having that chip on his shoulder and him understanding, yeah, I wasn't as successful as I wanted with the Bears, with the Steelers, but I'm going to go be more successful here with the New York Jets. I just think having that chip and kind of having that, calluses built up from his past, it should lead to him being more successful than he was with the past 2 organizations with the New York Jets. Now also number 3, he's going to be connecting with his college teammate, one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League, Garrett Wilson. And I think we have seen a quarterback and wide receiver, when they have that special connection, just like a Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, when Josh Allen had Stephon Diggs, when you have that special connection with a receiver, you can hit the back shoulders at a higher level. You can give Garrett Wilson more 50-50 ball opportunities because Fields, he will be looking out there and he sees number 5 lined up. He's saying to himself, oh, that guy's going to get open. I have a guy where even if the play's breaking down, it's supposed to be a design play for somebody else. Even if he's got 2 guys on him, I can still throw him the football and he can go make a play. And just also those 2 guys, like if Garrett Wilson were the best players on the Jets, if he's going to his teammates and saying, hey, I believe Fields is the guy, I think he's going to do it. And then they see how Fields acts in the locker room. They see how he carries himself. Like, I think Garrett Wilson could almost spark his teammates in believing in Fields. And plus, he's going to be playing with 2 other of his Ohio State teammates, Josh Myers and the tight end. Like, he should be able to have a true team around him that believes in him, and I think that is such a key thing. And lastly here, the intangibles. Now, if you guys remember when he was leaving the Chicago Bears, DJ Moore, star receiver, he was pretty much pounding the table for the Jets to bring him back. And I think that's very telling considering the Bears, I think they were 7-10 that season. Fields was all right, but the fact that DJ Moore wanted him back with the Chicago Bears when they had the number 1 pick and they had a generational prospect in their lap in Caleb Williams, and DJ Moore is just saying, hey, why can't we trade the number 1 overall pick? Why can't we build a stacked team around Justin Fields? So I'm hoping this Jets coaching staff, this Jets roster, they really buy into him and just say, hey, we're going to believe in Fields for the next 2 years. Whatever happens, whatever happens. If we're terrible, we're terrible. If we're great, we're going to go out with Justin Fields. So I love this kind of rallying cry that I'm starting to get the sense that this team and his teammates specifically are a big believer in this guy right here, the man out of Ohio State. But, I think Justin Fields is the player I'm most excited to watch on the Jets next season. But you guys let me know, which Jets player are you most excited to watch next year? Drop that name down below in the comments section. Now, I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's edition of the Jets Report. Go enjoy March Madness. Get your mind off football for a little bit, and we will be back covering the NFL Draft in full fashion. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date around everything on your New York Jets. We'll see you guys next time. As always, go Jets.